Blog Talk Radio.
You got your life planned carefully, but you left out one detail. The hidden hand deals just one round, and the winds of change prevail. Winds follow your heart, the beach is on the power. Can you hear the strings strike? Winds of change are blowing by.
Hello from my heart, everybody. This is Rockin Roll Reverend Sue, and this is the first show I've done in a long, long time. And I have my wonderful husband here, Rockin Reverend Dave, his first stint as a co-host here. And we're going to talk tonight about how to navigate the winds of change. And the winds of change are sudden changes that happen in our lives, like illness, relationship breakoffs, or even losing somebody through death, unfortunately, or losing a job, losing your income. So I just wanted to read a little bit from a sermon that I did about a month ago, how to navigate the winds of change. And like I said, the winds of change are events in our lives that can either blow us away or make us like a palm tree whose roots are extremely strong and can sustain hurricane-like force and come out much stronger and better. And just like the Jefferson Starship song that we opened with, there's a line in there that goes, "You've got your life planned carefully, but you left out one detail. The hidden hand deals just one round, and the winds of change prevail." You think you may have your life all together, and then poof, one day you get sick, lose a job or relationship through a breakup or death. And take it from me, as someone who had lost a job, a 10-year relationship, and I was diagnosed with a couple of illnesses. Everything happening all at once was just devastating, and I lost everything, including my health, for a while. I'm glad to say that I got most of my health back. I'm still a work in progress, but I basically got a crash course in navigating the winds of change, and I want to share what helped me through this turbulent, fast change that hit me like a hurricane. After a long period of grieving and listening to the why me's that kept bombarding my psyche, I suddenly realized one day that these things all happen for a reason. I'd like to quote John Lennon, "Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans." There's also another saying, "You plan, God laughs." I kind of like that one too. And I used to have a really good job with the post office. I worked on Long Island, New York, and I just gotten a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis and cancer, not to mention an underactive thyroid, as well as prediabetes, and I abruptly had to leave my job of almost 18 years at the Postal Service. I had to adjust to staying at home. Needless to say, I didn't know what to do with myself. I physically couldn't do all that much, so I started to write poems to release some of the angst I was feeling at the time, as well as blog posts. The writing continued with songs and finally books. It was through this process of being sick, alone, and broke that pushed me to write. And I am now thankful for this process because it sent me on a new course in life, being a writer, which eventually led to this show. So I'm going to bring my wonderful husband, Rockin Reverend Dave, on to talk about how he got through his transformation, how he navigated the winds of change, basically. So I'll turn the mic over to Rockin Reverend Dave.
Hello. Well, good evening. Well, I happen to have, as far as that goes, I had lost my family. And I was in the Army and working at a really good job at the same time. I lost my family, and I lost both. I was forced retired out of the service because of medical reasons, and I lost the other job because of cutbacks, and and so that was the end of that. So, and then I eventually got retirement, but that took them a while because of the situation. So things were rough, but and thankfully things are much better now, and that's pretty much it. I'll give it back to Reverend Sue.
Oh, I just wanted to remind you, what is your motto?
Never give up.
That's a big part of it. Yeah. So thank you for sharing. And it's been a long haul for both of us, but we just wanted to share with you what we did to make things better. And of course, never giving up is the number one thing. Hope, faith, and belief that things will be better also helps too. And I always say, I kind of break up these words. Hope, like H would be holding, O would be onto, P, promising, E, expectations. So hope for me is holding on to promising expectations. And hope really is the anchor to faith. And for me, faith is foreseeing amazing, imaginative things happen. So hope is the anchor to faith. And belief, I broke that down to believing everything, loving. Let me let me go back first. Believing everything loving is on its way. So basically, they all tie into one another. And keeping your eye on the prize, just picturing the outcome. That you might be in some negative circumstances right now, but that's only temporary. And that's one thing I learned from my father. This too shall pass. And I think I'm going to play The Winds of Change right now by Jefferson Starship. We'll take a little quick break here, and then when we come back, we'll talk a bit more on how we can turn things around. So we'll be back in 3 minutes, 52 seconds. name. Once again, that was Winds of Change by Jefferson Starship. Rockin Reverend Dave and I recently seen them at Sims Park in Newport Richie, actually, and we seen them April 1st, and they were just fantastic. But I guess on with the show. I just wanted to. I was talking about keeping your eye on the prize no matter what happens to you. This means keeping your goals and dreams in your heart and keeping a vision of them coming true in your mind before it actually happens. In other words, believe it before you see it. In the past, we've all heard the phrase, I'll see it before I believe it. Today, I am asking you to do the opposite. Today, I am asking you to believe it before you see it. Easier said than done, right? Well, trust me, whatever situation needs healing, it will be healed. And another thing I'd like to share that helped me through the changes in my life is feeling your true feelings and then letting them go through forgiveness. Holding on to negative emotions by burying, numbing, or avoiding them creates issues in your tissues, so it's best to actually feel your emotions so you can release and heal from them. Forgiveness healing is not for the person or persons that hurt you. It is actually a way for you to move on. So really, it's for you. It was many years before I learned this, and like I mentioned before, I'd been diagnosed with a lot of illnesses. I didn't realize for a long time that the very emotions and issues I had numbed, buried, and avoided were essentially stuck in my body and created what I call issues in my tissues until I learned how to release them. And one of the first things I did to release the emotions was using creative responsibility, which is channeling all my thoughts and feelings into positive projects like writing, music, and art. Even exercising or doing a gratitude walk helps push out the negative and welcomes in the positive. And creative responsibility actually got me out of a rut. Keeping a positive mental attitude and not giving up is very important. It's what I did to survive. Without this, I don't think I would have survived all the illnesses I've had. And hope, faith, and belief, like I said before, that everything happens for you and not against you to change your life's course for the better. And I have a friend named Gary Chaneller. He had told me years ago the very same thing, that everything happens for you, not to you. And to be honest, I didn't really believe this until I realized how harmful my thoughts and feelings were because I was used to everything going so wrong in my life. And when you expect everything to go wrong, it will. All the negative within me was being projected out and reflected back to me through people and situations that at the time I had unknowingly attracted to myself. And when I finally realized what I had done to myself and for how long this had been going on, I was mortified. Talk about an eye-opening and humbling experience. You know, I was quick in correcting my thoughts as I suddenly realized they really do become things. This was the biggest lesson for me, as most of my life I felt like God and the universe were against me, when really it was my own thoughts, emotions, and negative beliefs that were doing me in. Another thing I'd like to mention is praying, petitioning God for help with all of my life's sticky situations helped me to let go and let God. If I did all I could to change a situation and still couldn't find a solution, I would turn to God for help. And that's true. I have actually something called a God box. I write down my prayers for other people and myself and put them in the box and leave it to God. This alleviates a lot of stress, especially when you've done everything you could to change your situation to no avail. This is when to let go and let God. Almost all of my prayers in the God box have been answered. I've also learned that you can't always get what you want. I'd like to make another musical quote from the Rolling Stones song, "You Can't Always Get What You Want." There's the verse, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need. There's a reason why prayers go unanswered. Sometimes the things we wanted to keep, like the job, relationship, or good health we lost, have a purpose, to push us into the unknown and find out what is actually better for ourselves. Like the old saying goes, one door closes and another one opens. And I pray to God for help with a person or situation, and I meditate to receive His answers. Meditation helps calm the mind and helps you focus, which ultimately helps you receive the answers to your prayers. There is a gap within each thought. It is within this gap that you can hear God's answers. Another thing that helped me was walking or meditating in nature. Going to the park or especially the beach helps you emotionally as well as getting the inspiration you need to make your next move in your transitions to transformation. I had learned some powerful prayers to heal and transform my life, and I want to share them with you. I promise you they're short. And I just want to note, Saint Germain is a saint for alchemy, in other words, transformation. And Saint Germain used violet flame decrees, which are affirmations for body, mind, and spiritual healing. And the violet flame has many purposes. It revitalizes and invigorates us. And it can heal emotional and even physical problems, improve relationships, and make life easier. More importantly, the violet flame changes negative energy into positive energy, which makes it an effective tool for healing. Today we are learning more than ever before about how disease can be rooted in our mental, emotional, and spiritual states. By transforming negative thoughts and feelings, the violet flame provides a platform for our healing. Here's a violet flame decree, and I have to add that these should be said 3 times quickly and you have to visualize a violet flame, a purple flame, violet, whatever shade violet you like, go through you and around you as you're saying these. And you have to say these 3 times in a row and visualize this. Here's the one that will change financial situations around. I am free from fear and doubt, casting want and misery out, knowing now all good supply ever comes from realms on high. I am the hand of God's own fortune, flooding forth the treasures of light, now receiving full abundance to supply each need of life. And here's another violet flame decree for protection. Beloved, I am presence bright. Round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, called forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I am calling forth violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. And I got one last one. This is a decree for transformation. And remember, you just visualize the purple flame going within you and around you as you're saying this 3 times in a row. I am changing all my garments, old ones for the bright new day. With the sun of understanding, I am shining all the way. I am light within, without. I am light is all about. Fill me, free me, glorify me. Seal me, heal me, purify me. Until transfigured they describe me. I am shining like the sun. I am shining like the sun. And I just wanted to share, I don't know if Rockin Reverend Dave wants to share his experiences with this, but recently I've done accelerated resolution therapy, or short, ART therapy, which was offered through Veterans Alternative in Holiday, Florida. I've been going there, and it's just been amazing, nothing short of amazing. And I'm basically an emotional eater, and a lot of times I would use food to numb myself whenever a bad memory came up or something happened to me. And with this accelerated resolution therapy, it literally, if I didn't go through this myself, I wouldn't have believed it. I'm kind of like a show me person, even though I've learned to become, believe it before you see it person. But this experience changed me, and I was able, things that have been bothering me for 30 or more years, actually, I could feel them moving around in my tissues. As crazy as this sounds, it would be twitching, it would be heat or pain, and I literally would feel them leave my body. I can't say enough good things about ART therapy. It's basically, it's very similar to EMDR. This basically calms the parasympathetic gland so you can heal from traumatic situations. And, I have PTSD, and Rockin Reverend Dave had combat PTSD, actually still does, but he's still working on it, and I'm still working on mine. And this therapy has just been nothing short of amazing. So anybody out there listening that has PTSD or things they need to release, this is a great way to do this. Did you want to share anything about ART therapy, David?
Not ART, but I did want to.
You want to say something? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I should.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to get back to what my little story. Let's see. Being that I had pretty much lost everything, I forgot to mention the reason how I lost my family is because my wife had cheated on me, and
Not me.
not this wife, the mother of my kids. And even though I begged her for us to stay together, because I wanted for the kids. She had her mindset because she was sick of me leaving the country to go do my job. Anyways, after I had lost everything, I ended up becoming homeless. Seriously homeless. Absolutely no income. Some sort of income. I'd go out every day and, work enough to get a little food to eat, and I'd be sleeping in abandoned trailers and stuff like that. It was pretty sad, but I kept thinking, it can only get better than this, and don't give up, and I never did, and things have totally turned around. Now I have 100% retirement, and things are just really well. So, that's what I mean by never give up, because I could have gave up back then, but I didn't, because that's the easy way out. But anyways, there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was.
So you want me to talk for a bit, and then if it comes back?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty much.
You're pretty much done. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm a chatterbox. Well, thank you for sharing that, David. And I just wanted to mention also, there's other things that can help reconnect your body and spirit. And like I was talking about before, I was an emotional eater. Well, still am an emotional eater, but at least I can feel what I'm eating now. Before, I couldn't. And the ART therapy helped me to feel again. So I'm making progress. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm making progress too. And, like I mentioned before, I actually felt the issues I'd long held on to physically move around in my body in twitches and muscle movements. And once again, the accelerated resolution therapy is awesome. Yoga and Tai Chi work very well with reconnecting your body and spirit too. But I know for people like me that's got some deeply seated stuff, I would definitely recommend the ART therapy. So I just wanted to mention music is an amazing healer too, and that's another reason why I created this show, because music, growing up, the radio was kind of like my best friend. Even though I had really great friends, radio really, I connected with radio. There were certain words that would just really jump out of songs that would, almost be perfect for what I was going through at the time. Talk about synchronicity. So I usually, what that really made me want to create a daily playlist that both inspired and motivated me to move forward. And, it helped my day go better. And, here's another thing. Expect your day to go well, and it will. Create a great day. Be mindful of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions as they do become things. And I call this the cosmic boomerang. What you think, say, and do comes right back to you. Be grateful every day for the good people, things, and situations that are already in your life, and more that will come to you. And gratitude journals help a lot, too. They help you remind you of all the good things in your life you already have, and will pull you out of any funk that you are going through. And going on a daily gratitude walk helps to accelerate even more great things to happen. And it also makes me feel pretty good and thankful, too. And when I wake up every day, before my feet hit the floor, I say, thank you, God, for another day. And all these things and more help me roll with the changes. And speaking of rolling with the changes, I'm going to play, guess what, Roll with the Changes by REO Speedwagon. So I'm going to play that next, and then Rockin Reverend Dave and I will come back.
Remember to roll the changes. And good evening. This is Rockin Reverend David signing off. And here's Reverend Sue.
Thanks, sweetie. Great first show as co-host together. Welcome to Transitions to Transformation Radio, honey. And I just want everybody to know, just know that no matter what changes you are going through, even though it may not seem like it, but you are being led to something or someone much better. And keep your eye on the prize, even when things don't seem to be going your way. Just take one baby step at a time. Pray to petition God for his help and meditate to hear his answers. Keep a positive mental attitude, but also feel and channel your feelings through art, writing, music, and exercise. And in other words, use creative responsibility. And keep a daily gratitude journal and also take gratitude walks. Wake up grateful for all the great people, things, and situations in your life. I strongly suggest using the Violet the Flame decrees. And make a playlist for yourself that will motivate and inspire you to move forward. And remember, any situation that you don't want to be in is just temporary, just like my dad said. This too shall pass. And it's my hope that you roll, actually it's our hope, that you roll with the winds of change with grace and ease. The transitions in your life that may not seem like good things at the time will ultimately lead you to just the right people, places, and situations that will change your life for the better. We also wish you much love and support on your journey from transitions to transformation. So have a great night, everybody. We love you, and keep on rolling. Good night.